Thanksgiving at his Florida club as Trump continues to build his second administration. He is engaged in the threat of reports from Mexico and Canada, says ABC's Perry Russell.
Immigration, a key issue for Trump on the campaign trail.
WSJM morning show. Here we go. Let me try that again.
Here we go.
Good morning and welcome to the WSJM morning show. Video live stream. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me this morning, Mike Weibel. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Ken.
Happy day after Thanksgiving. Did you get enough to eat?
I did.
Yeah. Was it fun? What time do you eat?
2 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Consistently. 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock is the time on Thanksgiving.
It's more like 2:30, but 2 o'clock.
I appreciate that, and I think we ate a little early as well. Why do we do that? Why do we eat early on Thanksgiving Day? I have my theories, but you go first.
I just think that, well, based at our house, everybody eats at 2, and then again at like 6 or 7.
Oh, so you get 2 meals.
Basically, yeah. Everybody does the first, I put everything away.
Okay.
And then everybody starts pulling everything back out again to
around 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, we're a little bit hungry again. Oh, okay. So my theory on why we eat at 2 o'clock ish is because if you eat any lunch at all, it's a very light lunch. It's just like a snack. A lot of people are probably just fasting between breakfast and the Thanksgiving meal to create a lot of room and space.
Exactly.
That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then I can't remember. I don't think we did dinner after that. We just did. Oh, we did. We had a light snack.
Yeah,
we had a light snack. Yeah. I think. And visiting my mother, she had a grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh.
Before the Thanksgiving meal, just as a light snack, and then everything else. Cranberry sauce.
Yep.
Out of a can.
No.
Okay. You made it.
Heidi made it. Day before, and put it in jars and.
Oh.
Yeah. We're super
fancy little jars.
Oh yeah, fancy.
Very
totally
good.
Fancy jars.
How is Heidi's cranberry sauce? Is it good?
Oh yeah, really good.
Is there any? Do you know the ingredients? What does it taste like to you?
It tastes like cranberry sauce.
Okay. I mean, just has cranberry in it and sugar and water. And cranberries
and a little bit.
She's going to be texting you, by the way, and saying, "No, Mike, I put a lot of other stuff in it." Witch's brew.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a wine from Leelanau. That's their winter.
Leelanau. Yeah, not Leelanu.
That's the movie, isn't it?
Leelanau. Yeah. Good.
So that.
And then you watched sports ball this weekend.
A lot of
yesterday.
Yep.
Bears, Lions.
The Bears lose.
Haha.
Yeah, I know.
That's the 10th straight defeat the Bears have suffered at the paws of the Lions.
Yeah, my son lives in Chicago now, so he was rooting for the Bears, which made it really fun.
Oh, good.
Because I was like, they didn't score yet? Maybe next quarter.
But I mean, I didn't watch the game, but it seemed like it was close. 23-20 was the final on that. That's not bad.
It was more, the Bears defense is good, but yeah, it was more the Lions looked like they were kind of like, hey, we're going for turkey after halftime, and we're good.
All right. We've got to get back to the show here. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Thank you for joining us. Happy day after Thanksgiving. Hope your Friday's okay. If you're going to be out and about, be careful.
Very slick out there.
Very slippery outside.
And it feels like 10.
Yeah, it's darn cold.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back.
Optimizers has provided top supplements like Magnesium Breakthrough, the only product with all 7 types of magnesium to support sleep, stress management, hormone balance, and mood. Make your health a priority this holiday season and visit bioptimizers.com/radio and use code RADIO to get a minimum of 10% off and up to $100 in free gifts with purchase. Go to bioptimizers.com/radio and use code RADIO today.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:05 is the time. It's Friday, November 29th, the day after Thanksgiving. Good morning. There's some snowfall outside and some cold temperatures. Do be careful. The roads are slippery.
Very.
Are you eating? What are you eating?
I've got a thing in my mouth.
What is it?
Like a cough drop thing.
Oh, okay. You're not eating cookies or stuffing or leftovers?
No, somebody owes me cookies.
I do owe you cookies. I mean, we could debate because I
sent you video. You can't debate video.
No, but I think one of the listeners mentioned that we were trying to define, is it snow or not? And if there's snow accumulation, definitely snow. But you sent me what could have been like a neighbor's fireplace. Ash raining. Mike's just looking at me like, nope.
Yeah, nope. That's pretty weak. Volcanic ash.
Yeah, it could have been volcanic ash.
Yeah,
or fallout from Chernobyl or something like that. Yeah. Forecast for today. You'll get your cookies. I promise. The forecast for today, we are looking at cloudy skies, a 50% chance of lake effect snow continuing today. We've got 28 degrees out in Benton Harbor, 30 degrees in St. Joseph, but the feels like is about 18 degrees cooler than that. So it feels like 10 degrees outside in Benton Harbor right now.
This is quite different than 2-3 days ago.
It really is. And I can't believe you've got the short sleeve shirt on today.
Well, I had a sweatshirt on, but it's kind of warm.
It is nice. It's comfortable in the studio today, but you can see the t-shirt that Mike has chosen for the day after Thanksgiving if you tune into the video live stream,
which you should,
on Facebook and YouTube.
Like, follow, and subscribe.
Tonight's forecast, the clouds should be decreasing a little bit. We're still going to carry a chance of snow early in the evening, a low overnight around 17 degrees, but with the winds, they're going to be gusting up out of the west this evening up to 25 miles per hour. It's going to feel a lot like zero.
Right.
Somewhere around there. The extended forecast, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all of those days, partly to mostly cloudy skies, a 20 to 30% chance of lake effect snow showers. Lows are going to be in the upper teens, lower 20s, and the highs are going to be somewhere right around 30 degrees. Some of the news that we're following from the WSJM newsroom this morning. Today is the day. Yeah, the Niles High School football team is playing in their first state championship game ever in school history all week long. The team's been practicing at different facilities, including Notre Dame and the Edwardsburg Fieldhouse. Head coach Scott Shaw tells us all season long, this team has battled through adversity, and it has paid off.
We played some really hard ball games at the end. I mean, we played Edwardsburg twice within 3 or 4 weeks. We played Pompano 2 weeks in a row. Come from behind and beat Portland, and then last week with South Christian, who had a 8-2 record in semifinal game, and we were able to take it over.
After losing their first game of the season to St. Joseph 30-7, the Vikings rallied for 11 straight wins, 3 of those in the postseason. Coach Shaw says the message to his players this week has been to finish strong.
You know, we've said all along, we at the beginning we were 1 of 32. Then we were 1 of 16, then 1 of 8, 1 of 4, and now we're 1 of 2, and now let's just be the one and only, and that's our message that we even we talked about yesterday when we got home before we left the building even.
Niles faces Goodrich in the Division IV state championship game. It happens this afternoon. Kickoff is at 12:30. WSJM, in fact, will have some game updates on the air on Facebook and on X. WSJM's Sean Robinson is going to be a Detroit's line.
He has a press pass.
Because he has a press pass. So Sean Robinson is going to be there phoning in the reports. He was very excited to offer up coverage. And I think now he just wanted to go see the game.
Right.
Yeah. So he'll bring we said, fine, you can go see the game. Just bring back reports for our listeners, please.
So did he get in yesterday to the game?
That I don't know. Did they have games yesterday? Oh, they had the Detroit. No, this one is only good for the high school kids.
Oh.
Yeah. So with the holiday shopping season now officially here, Downtown Development Group St. Joseph today is urging people to head downtown for some great deals. St. Joe today's Danielle Crever tells us that you can work through the crowds at the big box stores, have parking problems and everything else, or you can peacefully peruse the wares of merchants in downtown St. Joseph while strengthening our local community.
So according to a civic economic study in Grand Rapids, Michigan, when someone spends $100 at a local business, approximately $68 of that stays in the local community. So it's just really important to support those community businesses, those local businesses.
Yeah, I mean, if you're spending $100 downtown,
right,
and $68 of it stays in the community, why wouldn't you do that?
Exactly.
Yeah, and this weekend, Crevier says there'll be plenty of deals to be had downtown.
Some of those include, of course, like store % off for sales and different things like that. Forever Books is going to host like a book signing. We've got the Makers events over at Chartreuse. There's a Makers Market over at the Box Factory. There's lots of giveaways, special sales, different things like that going on.
Crevier says St. Joe today is also holding giveaway drawings each day throughout all of December. Take your receipt from a St. Joe Today member business to the Welcome Center and be entered to win things like gift cards, wine tasting passes, beach passes, stjoetoday.com has a full list of all the special deals being offered downtown this weekend. Go ahead.
Crevier.
Well, it's Crevier.
Crevier
would be the correct pronunciation. Really?
Jacques.
She says Crevier.
She's wrong.
She tells us to pronounce it that way.
Jacques Pierre Crevier.
If you've ever driven, thank you. If you've ever driven south on Red Arrow Highway, do you know this place? South on Red Arrow Highway from New Buffalo into Michigan City, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
You've likely noticed a striking landmark on the side of the road just outside Michigan City. It's an old coal tower that stands about 100 feet above the train tracks. Well, I mean, it's on the train tracks, and then it goes 100 feet up. It's about 100 years old. It hasn't been used since the 1950s, but it's still there. Amtrak wants to tear it down.
What's wrong with them?
Yeah, well, I mean,
what did it ever do to them?
Maybe they think it's a liability issue. Amtrak, which owns the railroad tracks, says it's going to demolish the structure in September of 2025. That will cause some disruptions to Amtrak service for a couple of weeks, but in the meantime, some Michigan City residents are unhappy about losing a piece of their local history.
I would say.
Yeah, they say that the tower, formerly owned by Michigan Central Railroad, has historic value. It's become part of the community. And, if you say, I'll just hang a left at the coal tower,
right,
whatever, or a right if you want to. I mean, they say it should be preserved. A petition has been started to convince Amtrak not to tear the 100-foot tall tower down. It asks railroads, Michigan City leaders, and historic preservation groups to speak up before they tear it down in September of next year. Yeah, we'll see how far they go against Amtrak.
Not very far.
Yeah, Amtrak doesn't keep track of things very well.
No.
So it's like petitions? What petitions? Right. We didn't see those come in. They didn't come in on time. We have a link to the petition at our website, WSJM.com. One more story. The right amount of rain at the right time has led to a good harvest this year for Christmas tree crops. MSU Extension Christmas tree educator Bill Lindberg, not Lundberg, Lindberg, tells us the spring and early summer rains help produce more healthy crops, healthier this year than last year.
For most of Michigan, 2023 was a real challenging year because we had a drought in April and May. So 2024 is just the opposite. We had a lot of rain early in the year. So again, those trees are able to keep growing and survive that early part of the year and do well.
Despite the drought in September and October, Lindberg says that most trees had already grown and reached their full potential by that time. So how do you find the right tree for you?
First thing I would do, make sure you know your space you're going to put your tree in. Once you get your tree that you like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So whatever one that speaks to you, go ahead and pick that one. Once it's harvested, make sure you give it plenty of water at home. Don't let the water in the container, in the tank run out. We want to keep those trees healthy.
Lindberg says if you're getting a pre-cut tree, you can cut about an inch off the bottom and give it plenty of fresh water, and it'll be fine. He noted if you're looking to harvest a tree this weekend, it should last just fine through the Christmas season, but you still got to water it. You still have to water it. You ever put sugar in the water?
No.
Oh, sometimes I put sugar in the first batch of water to give it kind of that additional oomph.
They say aspirin. Put an aspirin in
the
water.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it probably makes it easier for the tree to absorb all that fun stuff. Well, anyway, Christmas tree shopping. We'll talk about it in just a moment because Mike's going right after the show today. We'll talk about that and a whole bunch of other things right here. Amazon workers are going on strike this weekend.
Where?
They're going on strike today. Well, where? Everywhere in the internet, in the cloud.
In the cloud.
Yeah, they're disconnected. We'll talk about that in just a moment right here on WSJM.
Sports on the Michigan News Network.
Well, it has been.
All right, back on the video live stream of the WSJM morning show. Say how Mr. Crevier says his name again.
Crevier.
Yeah, and that's what I tried to say initially, and Danielle told us it's Crevier.
Well, I'm going to file a complaint with her father.
I mean, but
he will ground her for her mispronunciation.
But I mean, it's Danielle that we're talking about on the air. So I mean, we got to respect what she says.
You would think, but
yeah. Let's see, Macy's.
Danielle, you're saying your name wrong. Just saying.
Said Mike Weibel. Macy's parade protest. Did you watch the Macy's Day Parade yesterday?
Some of it, yes.
Yeah. Which parts did you watch?
the part where Al Roker was sitting in a chair.
I saw the
shorter.
same part. Why is he so short?
I'm like,
what happened there?
Wrong. They finally adjusted it, but
who's the person in the middle?
It was Hoda and
Guthrie.
Yeah,
and Guthrie's like looking down on him like this.
Yeah.
Hi, Al. And Al's like, hi. Thanks for letting me be at the big kids table.
I was like, it was like one of those office chairs
right?
that all of a sudden lost its compression and went and sat down on. Yeah, but that was bad.
This is network TV. It's the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. All right, we got to get back here. Hey, we'll talk about this in a second.
Can't be there, but want to donate? Go to givegrove.com/Bears in the Air 2024. The 13th annual Bears in the Air kickoff party at South Bend International Airport, Friday night, December 6th, 6 to 9. Have a delightful time at South Bend International Airport while making a positive difference in the lives of children and honoring our deserving veterans.
Skies today remain cloudy and lake effect snow will stick around, especially along and north of the toll road, with the greatest accumulation expected in southwest Michigan, north of Benton Harbor. Temperatures today, much of the day will be in the 20s after an early high of 30. Overnight temperatures fall into the teens with decreasing clouds. Chance of snow goes down as well. I'm WSBT 22 meteorologist Lynette Grant.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
It's the WSJM morning show. Mike and I are making fun of Pitbull. It looked like Pitbull.
Yeah, I think it was Pitbull.
Maybe it was Pitbull. I don't know. They're talking about
Palm Beach. It was Pitbull.
Oh, why are they bringing up Pitbull when they're talking about Chinese tariffs? Anyway, all right. It's the WSJM morning show. Good morning. Mike and I were also talking about the Macy's Day Parade, and we happened to watch the same part where Al Roker looked like he was barely chin height to the table.
Yeah.
And Savannah Guthrie and Hoda are looking down at him. Poor guy. It's network TV. How could they not get the chairs right?
And he was very gracious about it. But
he was.
Yeah.
He's a professional. I'm surprised that he's still doing the weather.
Yeah, he must have bills to pay. That's all I think. Otherwise, he'd be done.
He's still got bills to pay. Otherwise, he'd be retired. That's what we would say. Also happening at the Macy's parade, a protest. More than 24 pro-Palestinian protesters arrested for blocking the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. For the second year in a row, the demonstrators jumped the barriers, ran into West 55th Street just before 9:30. Yesterday morning. The exact charges that the 25 protesters will be facing are still pending, and their identities have not been released.
Huh.
Yeah, they sat on the ground, they locked their arms, they chanted "Free, Free Palestine." Others held a banner behind them that said, "Don't celebrate genocide, arms embargo now." The brief interruption had spectators booing and then cheering as the NYPD officers intervened. The parade was delayed for about 5 minutes. That's when they swapped out a gag chair for Al Roker.
Yeah.
That's probably what they did. They used the distraction to swap out a gag chair for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least got him something to sit on.
Let's see.
A booster.
Other news, and then we'll talk about other fun stuff in here in a second. But Iga Świątek.
Okay.
Do you know Iga Świątek?
I've not met her.
Iga is the Polish tennis star who she's ranked number 2 in the world in women's tennis. She accepted a 1-month suspension after testing positive for a banned substance that apparently that is not in accordance with the International Tennis Integrity Agency and their rules. Świątek, a 5-time Grand Slam winner, tested positive for trimetazidine. Had a little trimetazidine. You know that chemical that makes you sleepy after you eat turkey?
Yeah.
Was
like that?
That's not it.
She didn't wake up for the match.
The ITIA said they found Świątek's level of fault was considered to be at the lowest end of the range. And so they said no significant fault or negligence here, but you're still going to have to sit out for a month. Oddly enough, the suspension, will end like in a week. It's a month-long suspension, but it's going to end in a week because she's already been sitting out for 3 weeks.
Oh, well.
I don't know. I guess they've been in talks, and then they dumped the news out this morning so that
she's
they
on
could
a week suspension.
They could bury it. Well, I mean, it's technically a month. Let's see. And also, let's see. This one is really a Thanksgiving story that I thought you would appreciate.
Lay it on me.
A young hiker lost in the Canadian wilderness for more than a month, 50 days to be exact, was found alive this week after weeks of searching. People were searching for Sam Benestick, 20-year-old kid, out and about hiking around, but he was found hobbling down a service road in British Columbia's Redfern-Kiley Provincial Park, where he had been reported missing after failing to return home from a 10-day hiking trip back in mid-October.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was supposed to get back on October 17th, and he ended up, all in total, being missing for 50 days out in the wilderness.
That is a long time. I wonder if he met Bigfoot.
Well, I mean, maybe Bigfoot took care of him. Maybe helped raise him in the wild.
That's going to be a book.
And now he's going to be the next Sasquatch. He's in rough shape, but for 50 days out in the cold, he's going to live, said Mike Reed, manager of a nearby inn, where his parents were staying during the search. Park workers came across him when they were tending to the service road and were baffled by the sight of a person struggling to walk down the road, kind of like when you see a rabid dog walking down the road. That's what they saw, except it was a person wrapped in a makeshift coat fashioned from a torn sleeping bag. Once the staffers got closer, they immediately recognized him as the man that was missing. More than 120 people had been searching for him for 5 weeks. They rushed to help. They did help him. It remains unclear exactly how he became so lost. Spent part of his trip in his car. Then he hiked to a mountainside creek where he camped for 15 days. Next, he moved down the valley and built a camp and a shelter in a dried-out creek bed where he stayed until being found on Tuesday. Whatever happened, his family's glad he's back.
Yeah, no, it's strange.
That's
good.
a trip.
Yeah.
50 days.
Yeah.
Wonder what he ate. Squirrels,
Could
nuts, bark, that kind of thing.
Whatever Bigfoot.
You ever go
brought to him.
camping?
Yeah.
What kind of camping?
I mean, is there many kinds?
Well,
of
I mean,
camping?
do you do glamping? Do you do hiking? Do you do RV camping? Do you do tent camping? What kind of camping?
Tent camping.
Oh, you do tent camping.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. You're not talking this morning? What are you doing?
No, I'm trying to figure out where we're going.
I'm just asking. You go camping. 7:23. It's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg.
I'm Mike.
By myself this morning.
Yep. I'm done.
Are you still digesting Thanksgiving dinner? What's going on over there?
Could be. Could be digesting.
Okay.
Just kind of taking it all in, percolating.
Good. You saw you saw a movie over the weekend or over the holiday? What'd you see?
What did I tell you was finding Fathers.
Look it up because I want Stephanie and I we watched The Substance, and then I finally broke down and watched The Whale.
You said that was good, right?
And it was fantastic. And Brendan Fraser is in it. And if you know Brendan Fraser from Encino Man or the Mummy movies, not the ones that what's his face, The Rock's in, but anyway, Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Fantastic movie. It's now available on streaming, and so that's where we were watching it. But holy mackerel, I got quite emotional during it. Brendan Fraser's performance during that. The storyline itself is pretty heart-wrenching, but I just thought Brendan Fraser's performance for it. This is a role, and he's won like the Wikipedia page listing awards that he's won for this.
Yeah,
it's pages long.
Wow,
and best actor and all that for Oscars. But he gained 300 pounds for the role.
300 pounds.
He gained 300 pounds for the role. That he was portraying somebody who was 600 pounds. So he's a pretty big guy, it seems. I mean, he's probably like a couple hundred pounds maybe. And then he gained 300 more. And on top of that, they added additional prosthetics.
Can you imagine how hard that is on your body to do that?
Incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Incredibly hard on your body to gain 300 pounds. I don't even know how you healthily gain 300 pounds.
I don't think you can.
In a short period of time. I mean, or for a long period of time. Anyway, did you find the name of the movie you were looking?
Father Figures.
Father Figures. And it had, what's his face in it?
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. He's funny.
Yeah. It says it's streaming on Netflix and it's extremely underrated. That's what it says.
An extremely underrated.
Underrated.
What genre would you categorize it? Is it a funny thing? Is it a
Definitely
Thanksgiving?
A comedy.
Okay, so it's a comedy.
Owen Wilson. I mean,
and it's a Thanksgiving movie or a Christmas movie or
yeah, I could say Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not about Thanksgiving, but
okay.
but kind of about family and,
All right.
So,
okay.
Definitely in that holiday genre.
Kind of like a Meet the Parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like that.
I like those. Those are fun. Let's see. We need to talk about one more thing, a couple more things here before we go to our next break, where we'll get ABC News and the latest from our WSJM newsroom. The workers for the largest online retailer, Amazon, are planning to go on strike today.
Oh,
yeah. We talked about this a second ago, and Mike asked the key question: Where are they going to strike?
Right.
Because it's one of the busiest shopping weekends of the holiday season. Amazon employees are preparing to protest in 20 different countries.
Wow.
Yeah. Including major cities in the United States, Germany, the United Kingdom, Japan, Brazil. Starting today, they are going to protest over what they call our labor abuses, environmental degradation, and threats to democracy.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, dubbed the Make Amazon Pay Days of Resistance.
Oh, my.
The strike is scheduled to go from today through Cyber Monday. That's what the union issued in a press release. Demonstrators are calling for increased wages and for employees to be permitted to unionize. How is the union of representing groups that aren't unionized? How does that work?
They're hoping.
They're hoping to. The strike could lead to delays in holiday deliveries for customers. Unions and allied groups around the world are planning to participate. Thousands of workers in a few German cities will protest, in addition to folks in India who are demonstrating to demand fair treatment following the mistreatment of workers during a heat wave that they experienced in July. So, I mean, there's a lot to this story, but I think bottom line is biggest shopping weekend of the year, and that includes cyber shopping.
Yeah,
and their workers are going to protest. So I'm curious to see if there's any impact on their bottom line. I mean, because when Amazon sneezes, some elements of the economy could catch a cold.
Oh, definitely.
Because they're not selling just their own. Really, they're not selling their own wares. It's a portal.
Right.
It's a portal for sales for, I mean, people selling stuff everywhere from St. Joe, Michigan to Kalamazoo to.
From St. Joe, Michigan to Kalamazoo.
To Kalamazoo. No, to San Diego. I mean, you think about it. I mean, it's worldwide stuff.
It is.
Anyway.
But what are they going to do with, I mean, I don't know.
Walla Walla, Washington. Just call out random city names. Tampa Bay.
Dubuque.
Iowa. Come on. Anyway, so we'll see how well it does. If they're not already unionized and they're calling for additional unions, maybe there are some elements that are unionized, but if they're not unionized, I don't know how much of a big impact they can have.
It sounds like one of those things that you get for a class action suit. Oh, we're suing whoever for, so let us know if you want to be a part of it, because they don't only have a suit. Yeah. They're just looking to see how many people they can get together for a lawsuit. Yeah. It's like, hey, we're going to have a strike. Even though you're not part of the union, would you like to be if we get you more money?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
One of those.
It could be. All right. So we'll watch that. Let's see.
Sounds like a Chinese fertilizer ship to me.
Oh, boy. Speaking of things you don't want in your agricultural food supply, California health officials...
That's a segue.
Have issued a warning against drinking a second lot of raw milk due to the bird flu virus. Did we talk about this last week? We talked about this last week where I don't know if it's the yuppies or the whomever. They like drinking the non-pasteurized milk, or they say it brings better body to their double tall non-fat lattes or whatever, that mocha syrupy,
mocha frothy,
non-hydrogenated. Right. Things.
Double soy.
So a second lot of milk, raw milk, has been found to be contaminated by the bird flu virus. This was in California, again, where drinking non-pasteurized milk is apparently a thing. The bird flu virus was detected in, Wednesday by the Department of Public Health out in California. At the state's request, the farm, called Raw Farm, based in Fresno County, has issued a voluntary recall. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why pasteurization is so popular.
Right.
Because, pasteurization kills a lot of the bad things. Louis Pasteur, he was onto something.
Louis was, he'd be Jeff Bezos if he was.
He was the Jeff Bezos of his time. Eggs from Costco. Last one, and then we'll get to news. Organic eggs sold at Costco are being recalled over concerns that they may be contaminated with salmonella. Approximately 10,800 retail units of organic pasture-raised 24-count eggs sold under Costco's Kirkland signature brand are being recalled by Handsome Brook Farms. This is a New York-based Handsome Brook Farms. That's according to Food and Drug Administration news release. The affected cartons were sold in area stores in, this is good news for us because it wasn't here, Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. So far, that's where they have the recall limited to.
Kind of a bad look for organic, isn't it?
Well, I mean, organic, you're getting the whole thing. It's all natural.
Right.
It's like the fertilizer.
including the bird flu and salmonella.
Yeah. In this case, they just put the fish in there because that's how you get salmonella, right? No, that's not at all true. All right, it's
anchovies in your eggs.
It's 7:31. It's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lumberger. With me this morning is Mike Weibel. We will have the Bloomberg Market Minute. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes, and then also the latest WSJM news and the latest world and national news from ABC right here on WSJM.
Would you call free checking that pays you cash back on purchases unbelievable?
Unbelievable. Let's see. Oh, good morning. We've got folks on the video live stream interacting today. We've got a good morning, everyone, from John Hawkins. John, good morning. Christy Weibel says good morning, everyone. Christy Weibel, you want to introduce who Christy Weibel is?
Christy Weibel is my oldest daughter.
Aw, thanks for joining us, Christy. We appreciate you. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Teresa says good morning. Diane says good morning. Bill says good morning to Teresa. Bill already said good morning to us, so we're in good shape.
Hey, Bill.
So, Christy, you're going to have to tell your dad, with all honesty, I mean, what you're thinking of the show. What do you think of the show? How's the camera angle? How's the lighting?
Yep, we need
how's his wardrobe?
What you got to go there for? I'm getting a Christmas tree after this, so I'm
right.
down.
Where's your sweatshirt? What sweatshirt do you have?
I have a Stray Dog sweatshirt.
Oh, okay. That's a beer, right?
No.
Oh, what is it?
It's a restaurant in New Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, the Stray Dog.
Yeah.
That's just down the street from Postboy.
Yes.
Yeah, I love the ambiance. The ambiance they have in the Stray Dog because they have a big fireplace in there. It's very nice this time of year, especially.
And Christy should be able to verify whether Danielle is saying her name correctly or not.
That's what she told us to say. What do you want? What do you want?
There's a resistance movement starting.
Oh boy!
And
that's gonna be that's gonna be like the Hatfields and McCoys,
or the Criviers and the Criviers,
or the Weibels and the Criviers.
Right. They call me Papa Weibel. Is what they call me.
Oh boy,
they do.
Let's see what else. How many people did you have over at Thanksgiving?
We had 8.
Wow.
Wow, that's nothing. We normally run 25 to 30.
Are you kidding?
No.
Jeez.
This is the second year in a row that we've been down to 8.
Okay.
So.
8 seems like a pretty good number.
Manageable, definitely manageable.
I mean, we'll have all 3 boys in today, and I mean they are like a whirlwind themselves.
Oh, I'm sure.
Always want to go in different directions. So I'm thinking chess. We'll play a lot of chess today.
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking.
Do you just do the straight chess, or do you do the multi-layer?
I've never played the 3D chess.
Oh.
Have you?
No.
Oh, yeah. No, that seems very fancy Star Trek to me. So, no, we just stick with the regular chess. That's what we either play chess or we could play cribbage. So, Stuart, if you're listening, the cribbage board is open if we want to do that.
Ooh.
Yeah, you ever play cribbage?
I have not.
I love playing cribbage. My grandfather taught me how to play.
My grandfather used to play all the time. That's what they used to do, sit around and play cribbage.
And he was a certified public accountant, so he'd always win because he could count very well. Because all you have to do is count to 15. Let's see. Teresa says, good morning, Bill and Diane. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Did anyone have a fire where they burnt their turkey? I saw a lot of memes of people dumping their frozen turkey into the boiler outside, the hot oil thing.
A really bad idea.
The fires, yeah. So we saw that. Oh, you know what else Stephanie and I watched was the new Martha Stewart documentary.
Oh,
and
I've seen that. My
you should watch it.
My wife is not a Martha Stewart fan, so
you might. Why is she not a Martha
know.
Stewart fan?
I just saw. I go, oh, and she was like,
Did you know she was a stockbroker for a period of time?
I did not.
Early in her career, before she became famous, before she became like the famous homemaker, she was actually a stockbroker. She worked on Wall Street.
Interesting.
She did, and made a lot of money. And before she didn't. So hang on.
Cargo business is booming right now with flights out of China. It's got to do with the U.S. presidential election. Companies are racing to ship goods from China to the U.S. before Donald Trump takes office and imposes tariffs. China was already in the midst of an export boom, with the value of shipments this year likely to hit a record. And children under 16 probably won't like this in Australia, but the land down under has just issued one of the strictest social media bans. Legislation now becoming law. Under the new plan, kids will be banned from setting up accounts on sites like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. The law going into effect in about 1 year. Kimberly Adams, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:36 is the time. It's the WSJM Morning Show. And with me this morning, Mike Weibel. Good morning, Mike.
Morning, Ken Lundberg.
Let's see. You're going to give me a feels like temperature in just a moment. I'm going to give some temperatures right now. St. Joseph, snowing, and expect snow for the next hour. 30 degrees. Benton Harbor, 29 degrees. South Haven, 24 degrees and cloudy. Buchanan, 26 degrees. Looks like the snow is tapered off there for the moment. New Buffalo, 28 degrees. We expect snow to continue throughout the day, but these temperatures, I may tell you it feels like, or that it looks like that it is 30 degrees out there, but what's the feels like?
It says it still feels like 10.
Still feels like 10. Put that microphone up close and personal. You're off.
Feels like 10.
There you go. Much better. It feels like 10 degrees out there. It's crazy. The west winds are what's kicking up and gusting and giving us that cold temperature feeling this morning. Tonight's forecast, decreasing clouds, chance of snow, low around 17 overnight.
Ooh.
Yeah, 17 degrees will be the actual temperature, but the feels like temperature is probably going to get close to zero, because the west winds are going to gust up to 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow's forecast, partly cloudy, chance of lake effect snow showers. The low overnight is going to be around 17. The high tomorrow, Saturday, is going to be 27. We're going to see that forecast repeated Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Basically, partly to mostly cloudy skies with a chance of lake effect snow showers. Highs in around 30, 32 degrees, somewhere around there, and the lows somewhere in the upper teens and lower 20s.
It's a traditional winter in Southwest Michigan. That's going to be the forecast for the next 60 to 90 days.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, if it is, which is fine, as long as the roads are fine. But they are slippery this morning.
They are.
So do be careful out there.
I'm sure they're working on them, but
be careful anyway.
Right.
Yeah, because there's a lot of roadways out there. We've got more coming up in just a minute. Let's check in with the ABC, what's happening there. Then we'll come to the new WSJM newsroom.
ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. American consumers expected to spend more than $40 billion shopping online in the period from Thanksgiving to Monday. That's so-called Cyber Monday. But today is Black Friday as the compressed holiday shopping season comes alive. But some critics of President-elect Trump's proposals warn that it could lift future prices. He's threatened 25% tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico until both countries stop what he claims is a flow of illegal migrants and drugs.
Accounting for more than $1 trillion in trade every year, Mexico and Canada are the two largest trading partners of the U.S. The tariffs likely to fall back on U.S. consumers who could see rising costs on goods from cars to electronics to fruits and vegetables.
That's ABC's Jay O'Brien. Mexico's president said Thursday there will not be a tariff war. French President Macron led a tour of the rebuilt Notre Dame Cathedral after the 2019 fire. It reopens next month. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:40, it's the WSJM Morning Show on your Friday after Thanksgiving. Hope your Thanksgiving meal went very well. Hope you had a lot of friends and family over.
Not as many as Teresa did.
Yeah, I mean, we're watching the video live stream here. Mike, I'm astounded. I feel like I'm going to be overwhelmed with 5 people in the house. You had 8 people over yesterday.
Yeah.
8 people in the house. Teresa, one of our video watchers, hi, Teresa, says she's going to have how many?
50, and she said most of them were family.
Oh, she had them over yesterday. 50 people, and most of them were family.
Yeah,
well,
I think she went. Okay.
Well, anyway,
she went to her nephew's house.
50 people.
Family members.
Because sometimes we got to be the consummate one-uppers.
Yep.
Stephanie has a coworker, and they were planning to have more than 100 people over.
What?
Yeah, I kid you not. Like 132.
Where?
I think is the number. I don't know. She works remote, so it could be anywhere in the world because it's an international company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway.
Well, that's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. And I mean, at that point, like you said, you probably have to rent a place.
Yeah.
And you might as well just have a restaurant.
Yeah.
No, there was no catering going on there. Yeah. No, the culture of the family, they're very much, we're going to make our own food.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So some of the news that we're following from the WSJM newsroom this morning: 1 person dead, 1 injured in a head-on collision in Van Buren County. The South Haven Police Department reports a fatal crash happened on M140 just north of 24th Avenue in South Haven Township. Police say it happened just before 4 p.m. on Wednesday when a 69-year-old Coloma man was traveling north on M140 and crossed the center line into oncoming traffic. That's when the head-on collision occurred. The Coloma man was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the other vehicle was hospitalized. No word on their condition at this time. Police say they are still investigating the actual cause of that accident. With a new Congress and a new president taking office in January, some legislative agenda and priority changes are happening. We talked with area Congressman Tim Walberg. We'll bring you elements of that interview coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. And then also this morning, with Thanksgiving weekend here, many of us are looking for ways to burn off some calories. Berrien County Parks say, hey, come visit us.
Yeah, it's only 10 degrees.
You work up a nice little sweat. You know, you've got your good parka on. What else are you going to use your parka for?
Got the icicles hanging off your beard?
I've done that before.
Yeah, me too.
I've done that before. All right, so we'll talk about those stories and more. That's coming up at 8 o'clock. We're continuing on the video live stream. If you want to check out what we're doing today on the video live stream, we've got exclusive content there. And then also, I'll talk about a Cirque Musica. It's a performance coming to LMC. You're looking at me like, did you have a stroke, Ken? What are you saying over there? Cirque Musica.
Wow.
It's like
I didn't know we went bilingual this morning.
It's acrobatics and music and performance and art and all that other stuff. It's happening at LMC next weekend.
That's kind of exciting.
We've got some tickets, and people can go to our website and fill out a form and have a chance to win the tickets. So we'll talk about that in just a moment right here on the WSJM Morning Show.
The Michigan News Network.
Cirque Musica. I had to look it up because it looks like
Soleil, only Musica.
It's exactly like Cirque du Soleil, but it's Cirque Musica.
Play guitars while they're doing it.
I think violins. It's a little bit more high class. Yeah.
Well, like guitars are not high class.
Well, I often think of myself as grunge when I'm playing because I've got the cardigan and
the Seattle thing.
You ever been out to Seattle?
I have.
It's a nice place.
It is.
You've been to the market?
I have.
It's a great market.
It's very cool. A fun thing to see if you haven't ever been.
Yeah, the Pike Place Market in downtown Seattle. Nice little cobblestone brick road that goes through it. And it's what you would expect at any farmer's market, just a bunch of shops selling fresh goods. But the fun part about Pike Place Market is the fishmongers.
Yes. Yeah.
They are hilarious.
They are throwing these fish around and
yeah. And it really is part of their culture, part of their lifestyle. And if you've never watched it, you can look for it on YouTube. But the fish market at Pike Place Market, they just have a very definitive culture there. And they actually hold seminars for other work groups.
Oh.
Here's how we work together.
Interesting.
Here's what we believe. Here are our key tenets. And this is the way that we work. You think they're just throwing fish around. No, it's pretty much an entertainment. It's a show every day.
Yeah.
And they're turning out for the thousands of visitors that walk through there every single day. And they're always at the top of their game.
And then right across the street.
Yep.
Long line.
Yep.
Wondering what's going on. Very first Starbucks.
Oh, that's where the first Starbucks was.
Yep.
Okay.
And is. Still there.
And still is.
Yep.
And still is. Serving burnt coffee.
Right.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Fine coffee. No ill will towards Starbucks burnt coffee.
No, I have no ill will towards Starbucks. I just, for the folks who don't follow the recipes when they're serving up food there, that's where I get the ill will.
Oh.
Yeah. Because no matter how many times I've instructed the Starbucks makers, here's what you do. When you make my Americano, which is basically espresso and water.
Yeah.
When you make my iced Americano, don't brew everything hot and then dump it on ice. Because they usually put like half a cup of ice and then they dump the hot stuff on it and it comes and they give it to you and it's like mud.
Oh.
Instead, use a different method where you brew the espresso over the ice. It freezes the flavor, it takes away the bitterness, and it's delicious. If you want to add more ice, you can add more ice, but don't make it mud. I don't want mud.
I could see that. Mud would be bad.
Mud is bad. What do you have planned for the weekend? How does the tree trimming go once you get the tree in the house?
Once we get in the house, usually tree trimming happens on the front porch, and then
no.
And then we
when you hang
drag
decorations, that's the tree trimming.
I do the lights.
That's it's a Christmas
I do the
word.
lights, and the ladies.
That's right.
Do the ornaments.
And you're a white light guy.
Yeah.
Not the color.
My wife is.
Okay.
She likes white lights, so that's what we get.
Oh, you just said that.
Yeah.
Because I like the white lights, so we have white lights on the tree. Stephanie likes the colored lights.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't mind the colored lights, but she's definitely a white light.
Okay. Stephanie, if you're listening right now, which chances are pretty good that she is, we can have the colored lights this year if you want. If you want.
Stephanie.
If you want.
Man.
If you want.
If you want.
Yeah.
And Stephanie, if you don't get those colored lights, you need to let us know.
All right. So Mike and I had a bet on Friday.
Yep.
No, Monday. Monday we had the bet.
Yes.
I get mixed up because we had a day off in the middle of the week. All right. So Monday you and I bet that it would not snow on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And in fact, you sent me evidence, and out and about, we took a nice long walk yesterday.
Oh.
I got a couple of snowflakes on the beard.
Oh, so we finally admit that it wasn't volcanic ash.
It could have been. The first snowflakes I saw, I was pretty sure that somebody was burning Christmas wrapping paper because they were just like floating down like that. But so it seems that I owe you 6 cookies.
You do.
All right. I will. I was going to bring 6 Nutter Butter peanut butter cookies from the cupboard this morning, and I thought, no, I'm going to save those for me. I'll make cookies.
Okay.
Maybe over the weekend I can have the boys help me because they don't know how to bake. No, one of them does.
Stuart knows how to bake.
Stuart does not even know where a kitchen. He doesn't even know where the kitchen is.
Oh,
he doesn't know what a kitchen's for.
Stuart.
Well, he's very business minded.
Yeah.
Very, very business minded, and food does not play into that.
So who's the baker?
The chef, I would suggest is Sawyer. However, Samuel is a quick runner up because he loves making stuff in the kitchen. It's like he's an alchemist. He's very much into chemistry. All right, we'll be right back. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
And cloudy and lake effect snow will stick around, especially along and north of the toll road, with the greatest accumulation expected in southwest Michigan, north of Benton Harbor. Temperatures today, much of the day will be in the 20s after an early high of 30. Overnight temperatures fall into the teens with decreasing clouds. Chance of snow goes down as well. I'm WSBT 22 meteorologist Lynette Grant.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
Welcome to winter. It's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. With me this morning is Mike Weibel. He's got your double fist in it this morning. You got your John Deere coffee cup and your Michael Bublé carbonated water.
Yes, and it's a Yeti. So if anybody
fancy
from Yeti is watching and wants to send us Yetis, we'll take those.
They should send us Yetis because we're both drinking from Yetis this morning.
Right. And then if Michael would like to send us some refreshing Bublé water, we'll take that.
Doesn't he advertise that stuff?
He does.
He does. Because it's anyway, it's 29 degrees and snowing outside. Be careful.
Digress.
Yeah, we digress. If you're out there driving around, be careful because it could be a little bit slippery. You could run into some visibility issues, especially if you're driving in some of those open field areas, like if you're on 31 or something like that. Just be careful. Slow down a little bit.
It's the first day of slick weather, so
it's the first big snow.
Chill out.
Yeah, and we can tell you from personal experience that the elevated areas out there are a little bit more slippery than some of the roadways. So We expect this snowfall to continue. We do have some advisories out there.
Continue for about 3 months.
3 months. Snow causing some travel impacts near and north of the Michigan border. So the National Weather Service issued this. They say the lake-enhanced snow showers were causing some light snow accumulations on some roadways near and north of the Michigan border, where up to an inch of snow had fallen at the time of this report this morning. Wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, causing a few areas of blowing snow in the vicinity of those snow showers. So just be careful out there.
Diane says it's snowing like mad in Buchanan.
Sweet.
So we've got AccuWeather immediate.
We have our weather
updates.
watchers. Yeah,
right.
That's good stuff. All right, we talked about this a moment ago. Cirque Musica is happening a week from Saturday, a week from tomorrow on Saturday, December 7th. Cirque Musica is going to be at the Jenkins Theater at Lake Michigan College. It's the Holiday Wonderland performance where you step into a world of enchantment.
Oh.
Yeah, this holiday season with the musical and acrobatic extravaganza of Cirque Musica Holiday Wonderland. The show happens Saturday, December 7th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets start at $35 a piece. For more information, you can go to themendelcenter.org. But we have a few show tickets that we're giving away to 5 lucky winners who will win a pair of tickets each to the Cirque Musica Holiday Wonderland. Just go to WSJM.com/contests for your chance to win.
All you have to do. Hope all of our live streamers would do that.
Well, our live streamers, our people on radio, whoever wants to go over there.
Okay.
But yeah. Well, you've been discriminatory.
If I was picking, I would pick some
you would pick our live streamers. Okay. Yeah. Mike will pick our live streamers. We have a few, like I say, 5 pairs of show tickets to give away. We're going to give them away. I think tomorrow they'll give them away. It's the lucky winners. All you have to do to register for this contest, go to WSJM.com/contests. The performance again is Cirque Musica Winter Holiday Wonderland. It's happening Saturday, December 7th at 7:30 p.m. at LMC's Mendel Center, the Jenkins Theater. And check it out. If you want to know, hey, what is this performance all about? Just go online to YouTube and type up Cirque Musica, and you can see the cool stuff that they do.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, have you done any Christmas shopping yet?
I have not really.
Yeah.
We're into this whole family vacation thing that we keep kicking around.
Ooh, so that might supplant the whole need for getting out and about. Okay,
right.
Well, maybe we'll talk about Christmas shopping in just a moment. If you're not planning a family vacation, what you might think about for the young'uns in just a moment, right here on WSJM.
Rich Brand and Tarek Halsey of IMS Insurance Management Service, your local auto owners.
All right, then we also have to do. Don't let me forget. I got to do the Moody on the Market update.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
For IMS. I'm thinking with these lights that we should show up with sunglasses on until we get some filters.
What?
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Why?
So that we're not being blind.
Oh, are we getting washed out again?
Yeah, I think we are.
Oh, sorry about that.
I see the reflection or the shadow in my hat. And see right now you've got a shadow of the microphone on your face.
Oh, hello, shadow on the microphone. Let's see. Sorry, I was just looking up a list that I had of. Sorry, I was looking for a list that I had that I've now lost.
Okay.
So that's helpful.
What list were you looking for?
Oh, I think I found it.
Oh, it's back.
It's back. All right. We'll do that. Oh, sure. Yeah, so we walked around, was it yesterday morning? We went down to the beach to look at the waves, and the water was pretty. There were some good waves down there. We were both surprised that there were no surfers out there. It was pretty cold, though, but they've been out there when it's like this.
On Facebook, there's one from last week, I think it was, where the guys were surfing on the north side of the pier, so like the Scornia side.
Yeah.
Cool.
We usually, where we walk, our walking path is along the south side, and so we usually see them as they're going around Lions Park.
There was a thing, Surf the Winter Storm Challenge, which I don't know what that is, but I tried to look a little bit this morning, but I couldn't really find anything other than that video of the guy in a wetsuit.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back in just a second here.
9 WSJM.
It is the WSJM Morning Show. You were supposed to tell me not to forget the Moody on the Market update this morning.
Hey, don't forget the Moody on the Market update this morning.
Thank you for that. And so as we're getting ready for that, we were talking about surfers and how we didn't see any as we were walking around yesterday, but we have seen them in conditions just like this. So I'm very curious if they were not out yesterday just because that
it was Thanksgiving.
It was Thanksgiving, and it's just not a surf day, or because it was just too cold out there.
So at one point, this is a couple of years back, I went out on a cold day to do some photographs of the pier. And there were 3 young people, late teens, early 20s, 2 guys and a girl who were surfing. And the one guy went out to jump, they jump off the pier to catch the wave. And he did not have the surfboard tied around his ankle.
Oh, no.
So when he fell off, that thing started heading south.
Oh, no.
And they were kind of like, oh, it's going to come to the beach. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's not.
It's not going to come to
the
beach.
And they ran all the way down to the end of Silver and then got in the car and took off. And I don't know that they ever found it. But
that's only a few $100s down the drain.
Right.
Don't forget to tie on your surfboard. Moody on the Market update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owner's insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And if you need it, AAA has activated their Tow to Go for Thanksgiving weekend. It's open the entire weekend. AAA of Michigan spokesperson Adrian Woodland tells us the organization's expecting to rescue more than 570,000 stranded drivers on the sides of the road nationally. The most common reasons: flat tires, dead batteries, lockout, that kind of stuff. But if you celebrate with some refreshments a little bit too much, they have also activated their Tow to Go service, which helps keep drunk drivers off the road.
Do they do anything with surfboards?
Nothing with surfboards. If you're going to have to let that one set. The way the program works is the would-be impaired driver calls AAA. They dispatch a tow truck driver who then transports the would-be impaired driver and their vehicle to a safe location somewhere within a 10-mile radius. Tow to Go is free and available to everyone. It should be viewed as a last resort. In other words, don't tie one on if you have to drive. It'll be available through 6 a.m. on Monday.
Interesting.
Through 6 a.m. on Monday. So if you inebriated, you find yourself in a place where, hey, I shouldn't be driving, AAA Tow to Go. That's the way to do it.
Thanks, Moody.
Well, yeah, the Moody on the Market update. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owner's insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. I mean, a little bit of the planning and stuff happens sometimes.
It does.
But
I would like to say that this younger generation is really, really good at calling designated drivers.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our generation was not good at that.
No.
And probably still is not. But my kids, it's impressive. They really look out for each other. They plan, they call Uber.
Yeah.
They do a great job with that.
Okay.
So hats off to the youngsters.
And they don't drive as much either.
No.
You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were so excited when I turned 16.
Yeah.
My birthday is in December. I mean, that day.
Wait, your birthday's coming up next month?
Yeah, but I'm not telling you how old I am.
Okay, that's fine.
Just
tell me which day it is. Just tell me which day it is.
It's coming.
Okay.
So
I can look at your paperwork.
You can. So yeah, I mean, it was a terrible snowstorm. I got my license. It was the Christmas stands at Lakeshore.
Okay.
And I mean, I got my license like at 3:00 and I was driving.
Yeah. Same here.
And everybody today is like, I'll get it.
Yeah.
No.
All right, we've got ABC News coming up in just a moment right here on WSJM.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is News Talk Sports 94.9. WSJM FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph. Depend on us.
It's 8:00.
From ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. Holiday shopping has shoppers.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for the live stream on the day after Thanksgiving. Say goodbye to the viewers.
Hey, I was just looking at all their stuff.
You're looking at Candy Crush. What were you looking at?
No. I'm looking at like Diane with Buchanan to see was any new updates. But
Bill says he was born in a blizzard. I was born in a crossfire hurricane. Oh, Cat 5.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Where's this stuff coming from?
Rolling Stones song.
Oh, this that one. Sorry.
Yeah. Jumpin' Jack Flash. I think it was Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Born in a crossfire hurricane. I can't remember. Anyway, it's a hurricane. Mick Jagger. But anyway, Bill was born in a blizzard.
Okay.
Teresa says, wow. Diane says,
wow.
Teresa says Diane says her birthday is in December as well.
Oh, when, Diane? When?
And Diane has also said that snow has let up. And Bill says, LOL. Oh, and Teresa says she's allergic to the cold.
Sid, we had 111 views this morning.
That's good.
Yeah.
Trash day here tomorrow, so need to get Beryl out tonight. What? Diane, why are you telling us about your trash?
But check Diane to make sure, because the holiday sometimes throws that off. So,
is there ever a trash day on a Saturday?
Not around here, but she's in Buchanan, so
I don't remember
differently in Buchanan.
Well, I lived in Buchanan for a period of time,
so you know
and
that.
I never remember a trash day on Saturday, but maybe. Okay. Anyway, well, enjoy. Have a great weekend.
And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. If you're one of the 111 views, but you haven't liked, follow, and subscribe, you're missing out on quality content that other people don't get to see.
Yes.
I mean, we're way funnier streaming live.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you and have a great weekend. All right.